today we're going to continue the series of my personal collection. And what I have here is something that I really love. To me, this is really a special pen. It's the classic pens, LB5 classic pens made by Andreas Lambrou. Limited to 50 pens each, several colors. There's a white one, a brown one, a purple one, a blue one, a green one, and a red one, which is this one, the Kaen finish. Diffusion bonded acrylic. This is based on the Sailor King of Pen, the Ebonite King of Pen, except diffusion bonded acrylic, which is supposed to be sort of a bulletproof acrylic. I like all the colors, but to me the red is special. It stands out so much. Oops, and it's and it's such a wonderful material. I mean, just look at it. It has so much depth to it. It's a beautiful pen, 0.5 centimeter longer than the standard King of Pen, which is already a big pen. But I think it's great, and I love the gold highlights. It works very well with the red. Beautiful. It's not a full review. I have reviewed the pen. You can check out everything I think there, see a full writing sample. I'll do a quick writing sample here, but I want to talk about why I love it so much. Well, obviously the material. For me, that's a big plus. It's fantastic. The shape of the pen with this material, to me, is stellar. The size of the pen is very nice. It has a black section. You can just take any King of Pen section, take this out and put that in, and it works fine. So the section is actually not the same material. And in a way, I kind of like, I would like that if it was the same material, but for me, for some reason, then it would be very red. I kind of like this black feature there. I don't know, to me it just looks good. Maybe some sort of cognitive dissonance reduction there, but I like the black. These pens came with medium nibs, broad nibs, and the cross point nib. If you don't know what the cross point is, as I said, I go in more detail in the review. You can check that out, index on my website. But the cross point is basically two nibs welded on top of each other. So you can see the secondary nib there, and that gives it a cross. I know you can't really see that, but it kind of gives it a cross shape, because two nibs on top of each other makes a nib slit there and a nib slit there. So you have that sort of plus sign. Pretty much an architect grind, so thin downstrokes, wide side strokes. It's a nib type developed for Asian calligraphy, Asian characters, which I cannot write, but I do love it. And it's an ultra broad nib. But the fun thing is, depending on the angle, kind of like with a zoom nib, depending on the angle, you get a finer line or a very, very broad line, which I think makes this nib go from extra fine to triple broad or something without flexing. There's no flex. It's a pretty stiff nib, but it's just the angle. It's not like a zoom nib. A zoom nib is also Sailor, so it's a Sailor nib, right? It's made by Sailor. But zoom nib is different. That's really a round ball of tipping. This is not round. It's really more an architect grind. So don't confuse the two. And that makes this pen all the more special. They're also great with medium and broad nibs, but if you want something that really stands out, I think this is the one to go for. I saw this pen at the table of Sarge Minhas, the one-man pen show at the Tilburg pen show at some point. I didn't get it. I kind of regretted that, and my very sweet wife got this for me, and that's a magnificent gift. And I love it. Pretty much, since I got this pen, it's been inked up. It's not inked ever. I love it, and it's just perfect. The material, the nib, the size of the pen, nice large pen without being an absurd oversize that you can't use. It's comfortable, it's beautiful, and everyone who holds this says, wow, that is something. And it is. It's just the way they made it. It's perfect. It's always hard to convey that in a video, but if you ever have a chance to try one out, do it, because as far as I'm concerned, penfection. I've said that before, but that's just the way it is. Perfectly made. So a lot of fun, and this is something that I do not see leaving my personal collection. Let's see how it writes. That's coming up next. Hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so why is this pen so much fun? Well, because of that. cross point nib, a type of architect grind, so fine vertical strokes, broader horizontal strokes, depends a little bit on the angle you use. You can maximize that effect a bit. And if you really hold it almost vertical to the paper, you can definitely get a finer line out of it. But if you don't, then you get this amazing variation. And if you really push it, you could do it upside down. I don't really like to do it, but then you have extra fine. And then you go to, what shall we call it, triple broad or something, if you really use this at a lower angle. So you have everything in one nib. It's fantastic. For everyday writing, if you use a slightly steep angle like this, you can definitely get away with that. It's a little difficult because the angle for me, but you can have pretty normal handwriting with it. I mean, I know this looks hideous, but that's just my fault. It's just great fun. It's so smooth. It's so wonderful. That wasn't a skip. That was me. It's magnificent. And I absolutely, absolutely love this. So there you have it. Very quick writing sample. The full review, of course, has more. Hope this was useful. And I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.